Well, good morning. I'm beginning my trip to Oakdale this morning, probably around 8:30 in the morning. So I just thought I'd give you a quick look of what the morning looks like, and also maybe a little bit of a sound of the car running. But I anticipate it'll take me about 8.5 hours. I'm not going interstate. I'm going to be taking the back roads. So traveling from North Florida to North Georgia, we'll be going through Athens, and as we travel, I'll make some comments maybe along the way. But in about 5-10 minutes, we'll be on our way. Be talking to you later. Well, I'm still on my way to North Georgia. Right now, I'm in South Georgia. And as you can see, there's lots of pine trees here. And as we travel north, you'll see the terrain change and also the type of trees that change. But primarily in Florida and in South Georgia, on up until you're close to the level of Atlanta, you'll see many of these tall pine trees. So I'll talk to you a little bit later. I'm going to be getting some gas soon, and then maybe a little bit of coffee. And then in about an hour or 2 hours, might get something for lunch. So I stopped and got some gas, and I thought I'd show you my lunch real quick. I'm driving, I'm safe, but this is my lunch for today. And then a little coffee. So you can see I'm eating healthy, but I'm planning on a better dinner tonight. So whenever we stop at Helen and we get settled in for the night, we'll see if we can't find a place to go out and eat that evening. So I'll let you know more about that this evening. Well, here I am stopped on a freshly paved road. So there's black tar getting up on the Maserati, something I'll have to clean off. But thank you, Georgia Highway. Appreciate this. Okay, finally I got out from behind that truck and off the bad highway that was throwing tar all over the place. So now we're on a back road, kind of approaching North Georgia now, so you can see that it's a little bit more hilly. So far the Maserati has done great. It's probably dirty now. I haven't looked at it since we've been on the refreshed road. But this is a kind of a back road cutting off some of the main road, I guess a so-called shortcut to another main road. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a feel of what the trip is like so far. At one point we did have kind of a close call. There was a truck coming the opposite way where some electrical trucks were trying to pass him, and there was one guy that was at the very back that tried to pass it. I had to get off the road a little bit. It was close. Well, good morning. It is our second day of the trip. We are in Helen, Georgia. Spent the night here at the Fairfield by Marriott. Had a very restful night. You can probably see that we're in the mountains. Let me tell you a little bit about Helen, Georgia. To me, it is like a mini Gatlinburg. Very, very busy, very touristy. And last night we went out to eat, looking for a place to eat. And every place we went was very, very busy. Couldn't really find a place to even to settle down to try to have a nice evening meal. So we drove around, and like I said, people were everywhere. And we ended up eating at a Huddle House. I was hoping to give a better review, but I forgot my camera when I went in. I did take some pictures. I don't know if I'll be able to post those on there or not. But overall, it was a good evening. Now this morning, we're going to get up, take our time, and then drive on up to Oakdale, Tennessee, which is about 3 hours away through the mountains. And hopefully I can give you some views along the way. And maybe have breakfast on the way. And then hopefully I will be able to film that. Just a little note, I don't know a whole lot about Helen, but I think it was founded by Germans many years ago. And you'll find that a lot of the decorations and the way the homes are built, especially the restaurants, have a Bavarian style to it. Again, just as a reminder, this is around the 1st of April, and it's already very, very busy. The crowds are just walking the streets, having a good time. But if you're a person that doesn't like crowds, this may not be the place to come. But if you like hanging out with people and walking up and down the streets and seeing the mountains, this would be a perfect place for you. Before we head to Oakdale, I thought I'd go through Helen, Georgia one more time before we left and kind of show you the structures and what it's like going from one end to the other and then one end back, headed toward Oakdale. So I think if you follow this road, it takes you into the mountains and to the Smokies. We'll be going the other way to go to Oakdale. I noticed the other day when we were eating at the Huddle House, I looked up on the mountain. They do have a mountain coaster on the left up here. Looks like that might be fun. The time right now is about 10 o'clock in the morning. And last evening around 6 p.m., the streets were just crowded completely. People walking up and down. So I guess it's they're taking their time waking up. But you can see some of the structures, how they have a Germanic, Bavarian theme. And like I said earlier, I think the town was founded some years ago by Germans. And so that's why it looks this way. Plenty of eating establishments. And as I said, this reminds me a lot of Gatlinburg, just kind of a mini version in terms of how busy it is. And of course it goes up and down the streets both ways, the shops, eating establishments, motels. I'll go up here and turn around. To the bottom here. Right there. I believe they also have some tubing because there's a stream or a small river, creek that kind of runs alongside the town. I'll turn left here and then turn around and head back the other way. Kid's still in his night clothes. Show the windmill up there. We noticed last night when we were at the motel a lot of Georgia cars, so I suspect this is sort of a getaway from Atlanta. I think we're probably maybe a couple hours from Atlanta toward the mountains. I'm sorry if the sunshine is bothering you right now. It's kind of bright and we're headed right into the sun. And here's where we cross over, I think, the creek. And we're going to stop up here and we're going to put in our GPS for Harriman, Tennessee, and probably film a little bit on the way later on. So I hope you've enjoyed this.